Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Farul Ramdhani. Today, I wanna presenting or explain about my study. Let's get started. Basic English Grammar. Yang dibahas pada topik ini, pada pembelajaran video kali ini, yaitu ada 7, yaitu yang pertama, what is grammar? Kedua, the capital letter. Ketiga, nouns. Keempat, pronouns. Kelima, adjective. Keenam, determiners. Dan ketujuh, verbs and tense. Topik pertama yaitu what is grammar? Here's an old children's rhyme about the 8 parts of speech of English grammar. It gives you an idea of what grammar is about. Read and remember it. Every name is called a noun, as field and fountain, street and town. In place of noun, the pronoun stands as he and she can clap their hands. The adjective describes a thing as magic wand or bridal ring. Most verbs mean action, something done, to read and write, to jump and run. How things are done, the adverbs tell, as quickly, slowly, badly, well. The preposition shows relation, as in the street or at the station. Conjunction join in many ways, sentence, words, or phrase and phrase. The interjection cries out, hit. An exclamation point must follow me. The second topic is the capital letter. The capital letter is also called a big letter or uppercase letter, or sometimes just a capital. Kapan kita menggunakan sebuah huruf kapital? Pertama, for the first letter in sentence. Kedua, always use a capital letter for the word I. Ketiga, for the names of people. Keempat, for the names of place. Kelima, for festivals, holidays, days of the week, and months of the year. The third topic is nouns. Di dalam nouns juga terdapat bagian-bagiannya, yaitu common nouns. Nouns are divided into common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns are words for people, animals, place, or things. These are words for people. They are common nouns. Example, artist, eagle, library, and basket. Proper nouns. Proper nouns are names for particular people, place, or things. They always begin with a capital letter. The names of countries and their people, the names of lawns, the names of towns, cities, buildings, and landmarks, the days of the week and months of the year, the names of mountains, seas, rivers, and lakes, and the names of festivals, some special events, and holidays are proper nouns too. Example, Lisa, Santa Claus, Japan, Japanese, Bangkok, New Delhi, Sunday, January, the Himalayas, Halloween, and Mother's Day. Note: you often use the before names of oceans, rivers, seas, and range of mountains. Mount means mountain. It is often used in the names of mountains. For example, Mount Everest, Mount St. Helens. The written short form for Mount is MT. For example, MT Everest and MT Fuji. Singular nouns. Nouns can be singular or plural. When you are talking about one person, animal, place, or thing, use a singular noun. Use a or an before singular nouns. Use an before words beginning with vowels A, E, I, O, U. But some words don't follow this rule. For example, use a, not an, before these words that begin with U. Use a before words beginning with the other letters of the alphabet, called consonant. But some words don't follow this rule. For example, use an, not a, before these words that begin with H. Plural nouns. When you are talking about two or more people, animals, place, or things, use plural nouns. Most nouns are made plural by adding s at the end. When the last letter of singular nouns are ch, sh, s, ss, or x, you usually add es to form the plural. Some plural nouns end in es. Nouns like these are made plural by changing y to I and adding es. What if there is a vowel before the y? In that case, add s to form the plural. If a noun ends in f, you often change f to v and add es. With some words that end in fe, you change f to v and add s. If a noun ends in o, you just add s to form the plural. But with some nouns that end in o, you add es to form the plural. Some plural nouns don't follow the s rule. They don't end in s, es, es, or ves. Instead, the word changes form. Some plural nouns are the same as the singular noun. Some nouns are always plural. Example, goes to geese. Sheep. Collective nouns. Collective nouns are words for groups of people, animals, or things. These are nouns for groups of people. Here are more collective nouns that are used for groups of people, animals, or things. Example, a family and a team of players. Masculine and feminine nouns. Masculine nouns are words for men and boys. and male animals. Feminine nouns are words for women and girls, and female animals. Example: king and queen, prince and princess, actor and actress, and rooster and hen. Many nouns are used for both males and females. Example: doctors, dancers, and scientists. We call these nouns common gender nouns. Words for things that are neither male nor female are called neuter nouns. Example: leaves, mirror, fire, waterfall, ball, computer, and etc. The fourth topic is pronouns. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a common noun or a proper noun. There are different kinds of pronouns. Bagiannya yaitu ada personal pronouns. The words I, you, he, she, it, we, and they are called personal pronouns. They take the place of nouns and are used as the subject of the verb in a sentence. Example: this is my mother. She is a lawyer. I have a dog. It is called Lucky. The subject of a sentence is the person, animal, place, or thing that does the action shown by the verb. The words me, you, him, her, it, us, and them are also personal pronouns. They also take the place of nouns. These pronouns are used as the object of the verb in a sentence. Example: you must not play with the knife. Give it to me. There are three groups of pronouns: first person, second person, and third person. First person singular, subjeknya I, objeknya me. Second person singular, subjeknya you, objeknya you. Third person singular, subjeknya he, she, it, objeknya him, her, it. First person plural, subjeknya we, objeknya us. Second person plural, subjeknya you, objeknya you. And third person plural, subjeknya they, and objeknya them. Reflexive pronouns. The words myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves are called reflexive pronouns. They refer to the person or animal that is the subject of the verb. Example: I made this cake myself. Our cat washes itself after each meal. Di sebelah kiri ada tabel untuk mempermudah kita memahami first person, second person, and third person. Interrogative pronouns. The words who, whom, whose, what, and which are called interrogative pronouns. These pronouns are used to ask questions. Example: who is he talking to? Whom are you playing with? Which of these bag is yours? Whose is this umbrella? What is your dog's name? Dan di bawahnya ada grammar help, yaitu who can be used as the object of a verb as well as the subject. Whom is used only as the object. For example, you can say, who are you playing with? Or, whom are you playing with? Demonstrative pronouns. The words this, that, and those are called demonstrative pronouns. They are showing words. Example, this is my house. These are donkeys. That is a mountain. Those are horses. Topik kelima yaitu kata sifat atau adjectives. An adjective is a describing word. It tells you more about a noun. An adjective usually appears before the noun it describes. Sometimes, though, the adjective appears after the noun, later in the sentence. Example, a smart dog, an old building, it is windy, and etc. Adjectives endings. Adjectives have different endings. Some adjectives end in full or less. Example, playful puppies, a beautiful dress. Some adjectives end in y, and in eve, ing, and li. Example, a dirty street, an active child, a smiling face, and a lonely boy. Berikut ada tabel untuk membantu memahamimu tentang adjektif lebih jauh lagi. Here are some adjectives with the endings able, al, in, able, is, and os. Example, a comfortable chair, a national costume, a broken chair, a horrible smile, childish behavior, and a dangerous place. Kinds of adjectives. There are different kinds of adjectives. Some adjectives describe the qualities of nouns. Example, a cold drink, an ugly monster, a strong man. Some adjectives tell you which place or country a person or thing comes from or belongs to. They are called adjectives of origin. Example, Chinese Kung Fu, a Mexican hat, a Balinese dancer. Some adjectives tell you the color of things. Example, the sky is gray. Please get me some white paint. Some adjectives tell you the size of the nouns they describe. Example, a huge balloon, a thin boy, small animals. Numbers are adjectives too. They tell you how many people, animals, or things there are. Sometimes they are called adjectives of quantity. Example, one giant, two princes, 10 angels. Other adjectives tell you something about quantity without giving you the exact number. Example, a lot of books. Not many people. Is there any milk? Comparison of adjectives. When you compare two people or things, use the comparative form of the adjective. Lots of comparative adjectives end in er. Example, small to smaller, loud to louder, slow to slower. Use the superlative form of an adjective to compare three or more nouns. Lots of superlatives and in est. Example, long, longer, longest, dark, darker, darkness. With some adjectives, you use more to make the comparative form, and most to make the superlative form. Example, active, more active, most active, charming, more charming, most charming. The comparative and superlative forms of some adjectives are completely different words. Example, bad, worse, worst, few, less, least, many, more, most. The sixth topic is determiners. Determiners are words such as this, those, my, their, which. They are special adjectives that are used before nouns. The articles. The words a, an, and the belong to this group of words called determiners. The words a and an are called indefinite articles. You can use them with singular nouns to talk about any single person or thing. The word the is called the definite article. Use the before a noun when you are talking about a certain person or thing. Example, Granny is sitting in the garden. The street is very busy today. The sky is getting dark. Demonstrative determiners. The words this, that, these, and those are determiners. They are used to tell which thing or person you mean. These words are called demonstrative determiners or demonstrative adjectives. Interrogative determiners. Use the words what, which, and whose before nouns to ask about people or things. These words are called interrogative determiners or interrogative adjectives. Possessive determiners. The words my, your, his, her, its, our, their are called possessive determiners or possessive adjectives. Use these words before nouns to say who something belongs to. Topik ketujuh atau seventh topic is verbs and tenses. Most verbs are action words. They tell you what people, animals, or things are doing. The simple present tense. The simple present tense expresses a general truth or a customary action. Use the simple present tense to talk about things that are planned for the future. Am, is, and are. The words am, is, are also verbs, but they are not action words. They are the simple present tense of the verb be. Use am with the pronoun I, and is with the pronouns he, she, and it. Use are with the pronouns you, we, and they. Use the verb is with singular nouns and are with plural nouns. Use is and are with the word there to say what you can see and hear. The present progressive tense. When do you use the present progressive tense? To talk about actions in the present, or things that are still going on or happening now. Use the present progressive tense to talk about things you have planned to do, or things that are going to happen in the future. To form the present progressive tense, use am, is, and are as happening verbs or auxiliary verbs. Have and has. The verbs have and has are used to say what people own or possess. They are also used to talk about things that people do or get, such as illnesses. As, has with he, she, it, and with singular nouns. Use have with I, you, we, they, and with plural nouns. The present perfect tense. Use the present perfect tense to talk about happenings in the past that explain or affect the present. The verbs have and has are used as helping or auxiliary verbs to form the present perfect tense. To form the present perfect tense, join have or has to the past participle of the verb. Have plus past participle, has plus past participle. The past participle of a regular verb usually ends in ed, but the past participles of irregular verbs. The simple past tense. Use the simple past tense to talk about things that happened in the past. The simple past tense is also used to talk about things that happen in the stories. Regular and irregular verbs. The simple past tense of most verbs ends in ed. These verbs are called regular verbs. The simple past tense is usually formed by adding ed to the verb. The simple past form of some verbs does not end in ed. Such verbs are called irregular verbs. The simple past tense of some irregular verbs does not change at all. Was and were. The verb was and were are also forms of the verb be. Was is the simple past tense of am and is. Use was with the pronouns I, he, she, and it, and with singular nouns. Were is the simple past tense of are. Use were with the pronouns you, we, and they, and with plural nouns. The past progressive tense. Use the past progressive tense to talk about actions that were going on at a certain moment in the past. You form the past progressive tense like this: was plus present participle, were plus present participle. In the examples above, was and were are called helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. They help to form the past progressive tense when you join them to the present participle, or the form of verbs ending in ing. For example, Ben was doing his homework. Peter was making a model of a bridge. Okay, thank you to all of you, and I hope you enjoy it. See you.